Welcome back to Railway Track Invisible Room.
Eminem and Rajiv. Manny. He lives at a house on rooms and floors and homes and wallpapers and ceilings. Room train.
The British for duck. Duck is a cover from the other One Sunny and Day, and you have to do a little more difficult when Seemestop returns. Have rest and we will continue. Seemestop blurted out, dress code is a very creeper to see that for cred. Diecast said duck, but he was cray to be switch on his R to beer on these words. The king of my family. Seemestop, I don't want you to, but much, but he was lease it. Duck has dreamed to me too if it's so you redo the cars. But Seemestop, I just hope was feel Ron of laptop. Duck looked up to the trains coming. He looked up to parade on the travel to the mainland engines from the British passing by the UK room train. Duck forward and turn around into a mat on a floor. He working some passenger cars and freight cars in a 4-digit and 5-digit. The other engines are who have a choose, tank engines or tender engines. This is the mainland steam engines traveling by, said Duck happily. 12079 and 5632, ride along departs mainland with go home tonight. Who I am, said Duck, who is a station apartment complex for this season. Suddenly, Duck heard about the goods engine backwards along the way. Oh Duck, please to the ground of this article timeline, please let me know what road, said the engine. Duck heard about with number 43600, Nelson with take and play Henry tenders. Duck was very assembled to remote control, but he always engine like Duck. Duck text to speech in a kitchen when tender engines and tank engines with tenderless engines. Who is a very brave this while at pit crew, said the tender engine. Tender engine is a number 53726. Tenderless engine number 8921. I just need a horn louder, he said, but he is one of explanations. It's all right now, but those more and them indeed. The great deal will have to make a commitment, laughed the engine, so thus the knight who has made been changed. Duck and the based on Arthur that is tender engine called Buick. See you later Duck, Buick puffed, and steamed away to the tender face pulling the passenger coaches. Bell rings for me at all Duck, he puffed, and steamed away to the mainland. Hoo boy, said the coaches, Teal is a very strong supporter on a grab it from here. Don't worry Buick, said Duck, famous for the no time ever since the last day of the year. But Duck was happy to be with a friend as Buick the steam engine sheds on his pistons in a motorized Trackmaster adventures. Duck and Lee was waiting on a British UK mainland engines passing by. Duck, said Lee, perhaps a very good engines there possible new. Lee is a best friend in a UK British Railways, said Duck, pumped his pistons after his new generation. Duck was happy to be with a fan, but it wasn't too handsome. Separate this load, said Duck, we have 1 day and time to go home with trains. Duck was smiled into a beautiful smile on her cheeky green tank engine. 23 hours later, Duck has an Astron, but he was meeting with Pride on 10 nights. Then, Astron arrived at the Meet Duck at the No More British on mainland. UK close, said Duck, room train is a number onto his rooftops. I don't know, said Astron, who is a tender engine relief worker on Buick. And turned on, and the mainland is closed, just like British.